Your mountain bike is going to use one of two different types of rear derailleurs. There's a bunch of subtypes and stuff like that, but the most important thing to know when selecting your derailleur, besides the diameter of the tube, which should be marked if you have a derailleur on your bike and you're upgrading, it should be marked on the inside. They start around 24.9 millimeters and they go up to 31.9. It really depends on the size of this tube and the clamp diameter. But the other thing that's really important to know with front derailleurs is whether it's a bottom pull or top pull front derailleur. This bike here is set up to use a top pull front derailleur. You can tell because there's a cable stop there that's designed to pull up on the derailleur. On this bike, I've mounted a little roller down here so I can use a bottom pull derailleur. And you can see when I push that lever up on the handlebars, the lever actuates, the cable pulls the roller and everything like that. By adding a roller there, it allows me to use, the preferred style of rear derailleur that I want, front derailleur that I want, and still have good cable routing. When you have a bottom pull rear derailleur, it's routed along the bottom of the tube, usually, and comes up under what we call the bottom bracket shell, which is this area here. And a nice thing about the bottom pull derailleur is it's a little bit simpler, because the spring just has to work one way. And it allows you to use a road-style derailleur instead of a mountain-style derailleur. The one on here is something off a road bike, and the reason I use this one is because it's a little bit stiffer, and it's better at shifting across 2 chain rings and not just 3. So on your standard mountain bike crank, you've got a small chain ring mounted, and then that's mounted here, and then you have a middle and a large chain ring. If you're just using a middle and large chain ring and no small ring, with the mountain bike derailleur, which has a wider cage, this area here is a little bit wider, profiled differently, and the geometry of the parallelogram is different because it has to shift across an area this wide versus an area this wide. When you're using 2 rings, it doesn't work as well. So know if you want to use 1 or 2 rings, know what the diameter of your clamp is, know what your pull is, and you should be okay. If you have any further questions, you stop by a bike shop and ask them. They're certainly going to be able to tell you.